what's going on, y'all? BBQ Drop Out here. Hope you all are having a great day. So, if you're wondering how long you should be smoking your brisket without wrapping, just know that you're first gonna have to understand why you should be wrapping your brisket in the first place, kind of what impact it has on the overall cook, the internal temperature, and just a myriad of other types of factors. But if you're wondering how long to smoke a brisket without wrapping, then you want to know that to wrap a brisket, first of all, or to begin with, is really only done in between the stall portion of the cook, meaning between about 150 degrees Fahrenheit to about 175 degrees Fahrenheit. At either polar ends of those spectrums, you don't really want to be wrapping your brisket. So to get up to around 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Fahrenheit, which for a lot of briskets is the start of the stall portion of the cook, you could probably expect around a 3 to 4 hour cook time, give or take an hour or two in either direction. Again, it just really depends on how much your brisket weighs, and then really how hot and fast or how low and slow you're cooking the brisket to begin with. So I wouldn't even really think about it in terms of time. Just leave your brisket unwrapped until it reaches about 150 degrees Fahrenheit in internal temperature. At that point, feel free to wrap your brisket. Just know that if you happen to do it in foil, the seasoning and the bark and everything else is gonna more than likely become kind of pot roasty, and I don't really like wrapping my briskets to begin with anyways, but if you do wrap it in foil, just know that you're probably gonna wanna unwrap it once it reaches the end of that stall portion at around 175, just to build up that crust or bark. Another wrapping technique you could also do is butcher paper, for example. And that's kind of an easy middle ground between totally just trapping all the heat inside of your brisket to cook it as fast as possible, and just letting it get a little bit of smoke over that whole wrapping process. So it may take a little bit longer for you to wrap your brisket in butcher paper throughout the stall, but you could still save your bark and also get a really good smoke flavor and all that stuff as you start to kind of expedite the overall cook to about 175. So again, don't think about it in terms of length of time, because that's kind of variable. There's too many variables really to kind of guesstimate that. So go off of the weight of the brisket as well as the internal temperature of the brisket itself. So only wrap brisket once it reaches the stall between 150 and 175. Everything else in terms of internal temp, unwrap the brisket and you'll have a really good after product for your barbecue. So I hope you guys found that helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one.